前彩，我们请到了 BLG 的打野选手勋来跟大家打个招呼吧。
Hello， 大家好，我是 BLG 打野勋。
好，欢迎勋。第一个问题呢，想要问到啊，昨天也是拿下第3赛段的首胜，然后现在很多的爱粉呢给你的一个封号叫做勋掌门，也是因为近期的赛事表现非常不错，所以你怎么看待这个爱称？
就非常大家的喜欢吧，然后大家叫这个称呼我也挺开心的。
哎，也挺开心的。那第二个问题想问到，就可能对于勋你而言，你觉得保持良好的竞技状态，做好什么内容非常重要呢？
其实我自己认为的话，其实就是把日常该做的做好吧，比如说你吃好饭，然后睡好觉，然后日常训练做好就行了。这些我觉得是主要影响你比赛好不好的关键因素吧。
哎，有一个好的心态，同时做好每一天微小的细节。哎，希望今天你在赛场上有一个好的发挥。一会儿见。
I'm glad Perukia is
on sides. I think that EDG are going to crumble once we get to those 5. EDG will hold a 600 gold lead. I need to see them continue to snowball this because in their first series versus LGD, we saw some
by
Satchel
EDG, but
anymore.
Leave doesn't have Satchel, and now he's being collapsed on. The Mega Inferno Bomb will be used, but here comes the Flag and Drag. Shun just holding, waiting. Leave has no mana. There's no escape here, and they're just gonna
I want
pounce.
to see them actually like follow through on what has been a pretty good start versus the expected favorite. There we go, Perukia.
Unexpected engage. Knight not really finding that one out. The public execution going to go through on the ZDZ. ZDZ's the first target for Wenbo. He knows where he needs to go. They find Sun. He wants to follow. Just waiting for the Flag. Just needs one more on.
Instead of going bot lane, had to go into mid. These are 4 players now that are splitting gold between them. And I don't think they're getting all that much. Syndra's going to now join.
Xiaohao's coming over as well. They try to get the play. The Sonic Wave doesn't kick.
Nice!
For the insect. Gets the land on On. On's going to hit the Breath of Life, but unfortunately Xiaohao gave his injury at least. Held on to. Shun going to go for the 50-50. Will it actually truly go 50-50 here? We were talking about Xiaohao and Shun before this started, and now we're going to see a little bit more of it. They focus on the pull on the Perukia. Now it's Shun into the Dragon. He's not going to get it. It's going to be a little bit of it. No, he actually did get it. He stole it away. It's still the kills coming to the EDG, though. Knight able to get a Pitchfire Gaze right back. It's a triple kill coming through for ZD.
So it evens out, turns into a blue buff steal as well.
Oh, but this might not even out here. TP coming in, but it's going to be very late. A lot of damage coming down. Shun goes down, but it is an instant trade. 2 kills already to Viper. Bulldog trying to fight his way back now. He overextends, though. Needed to get around the corner here. ZDZ, he's gliding. He's looking for the kills now. He's targeting onto Wenbo. Maybe even the Observer.
They just do it.
They just do it because they just checked it, and they don't have any blue wards. They had nothing.
Wow,
No
they saw
way.
Leave and Lee Sin resetting a Fake Light being activated here for EDG. Trying to look for something. I mean, you're just going to be able to hold Knight.
Oh, they got the pick. Xiaohao's just dead. It's going to be a big trade, though. Knight going low, but not going to go down. Perukia.
Dragon spawns. You're going to take another turret here with this Baron, and they can just move. They find the
Oh
ult.
my
Leave is
god.
dead.
Right? Like, especially the Lee Sin and the Syndra. Be very mindful of how you move forward. BLG moving forward onto the Baron. It's already Barney down. They're just going to go for another 50-50. I guess why not? Xiaohao versus Shun for the fate of the game. Shun's going down. GA popped. He's not going to come back fast enough. The Baron is going to go over to EDG, but the kill's starting to lane over towards BLG. Shun comes back from the land just like Lee Sin, but On will try to get another one down. And Shun...
Oh, not being able to really set up. They're going to try to long chase onto ZDZ. He has flash if he needs it.
Oh, he just says, bring it, bro.
Oh!
He just takes him down, looking for the 1 and 2. He's going to find it. ZDZ said, come again, bro.
It's coming!
But EDG, they're going to finish it strong. Game 1 to Edward Gaming.
No way, and it comes through the technically a flex of Taliyah to bottom lane if they really needed, but Rumble. So I think BLG got a lot of really strong lanes for themselves so far, and it's very early on in the split, but I want to see this guy succeed. He's been really, really awesome. Okay.
And now he's going to get jumped on. Unfortunate there.
Now he's continuing to stay. There's the Rise World.
Realm Warp into the Paranoia. Leave sticking around way too long. Will unfortunately be given to the Wolves of BLG. The question is, who's going to get the kill? It looks like they're going to give it over to Knight.
Like EDG's comp right now. You have Trinity Force completed. Static Shiv is going to give you team-wide AoE.
Oh, the double engage. Oh, just gets caught. They were looking for a paranoia play onto the transitioning moment from Bull Trouble. Meanwhile, Knight's going to catch Bulldog in the side. They're doing the dragon right now. That will be second dragon for EDG if they can pull it off. But they're a little hesitant.
No.
As now Bulldog just getting 1v1 by the golden left hand. And EDG getting collapsed on by the rest of BLG. As they found the fight, now Xiaohao has to get away from the dragon. Does take the dragon. Knight's in some trouble now too as he's on the wrong side of the fight. Lee's going to get the kill in the
What is going on?
Killed in the end. As you get burned from ZDZ coming in. Gets 700 gold. Equalizer in the middle of everything. Viper going to flash over the wall, get away with the kill, and that's going to be Xiaohao now ran down with a true shot barrage, and Wenbo added Nile from On.
I'm actually glad that they fixed this. We're not going to even be able to catch this. This is another fight around blue buff.
Oh, they are going to get the pick here too. Shun going for the kill, goes over deep, goes down. Xiaohao doesn't even get sniped. Meanwhile, they're trying to collapse on a Lee. Lee's in some trouble now by himself.
Wow.
The rest of the team coming back around. Viper getting the outplay. Viper getting outplayed. No, he gets the kill. It's going to return right back, and now the engage goes on to On. On's going to be in trouble now, too. Perukia wanted to go for the engage, but now they've got a double seismic shove coming through from Bulldog, but it's not.
Surprise, it's 3 items here. Didn't go for the actualizer on third.
Side lane. This is something that they're going to try to do so anyways. Xiaohao realizing it's desperation mode now. Dredgeline does not connect from Perukia. Knight waiting in the wings, trying to get in there. Xiaohao trying to get in the pit. Xiaohao's going to kill Shun. There's no jungler for BLG in the pit. There's going to take down Xiaohao now. Now there's no jungler that's going to be left either as Bulldog flashes away. It's going to be Knight trying to chase him down with the Maiden here in tow. TP coming back. Baron was reset. It almost gets taken back, and now Viper's going down low. ZDZ burns him alive. DFT is a hell of a drug, and the equalizer from over top. There's a triple kill came through for Wenbo. Wenbo looking
At this point on this channel.
This is 2 series we've seen the Wenbo Yorick and him find success on the pick. Maybe this is staple for him, as it's going to be BLG getting caught. That's going to be flashes. Double seismic shove not going to be able to get there as the arcane shift came through. Temper Fate goes wide. EDG now turning tails and running. They need to reset the lines here. ZDZ doesn't have equalizer for 2 more seconds, and now they're losing frontline bodies as Perukia has gone down. Bulldog dodging out of a mystic shot. It's going to be firing shots from Lee. He gets 1 back. Now ZDZ looking for more kills. 2 kills came through for Viper, but Knight's going to go down now too. And
Start of the Baron.
I don't know if EDG have enough tools left in the tank here. I mean, they have all their ultimates up, but it's already burning down. Already half health, I believe. It's already going down now as we skip forward. Shun is dead. It's going to go over, but it's going to be Wenbo who secures the Baron. And Miss Flash started up here by EDG.
Oh, here we go. Here's the ultimate. Oh my god. Wenbo's teleporting in.
Oh, wait, they get the kill early though here. Okay, that's going to be an immediate shutdown though. Wenbo's way too big to handle, and now ZDZ is in the thick of things here by himself. Equalizer coming down on a 4.
All of this speculation about the roster, and so when should I think fans start to expect them to come back? I mean, Xiaohao is just dead, yeah. ZDZ's recalled. He has to teleport into this. Baron's at 5,000.
Oh, Temper Fate comes in on Xiaohao. They want to try to burn the Baron while he's gone. It's going to be enough. That's going to be the Baron gone. And now it's going to be Wenbo pushing in for the game while EDG get collapsed on by the other 4 members of BLG. 1 big kit onto him. Maybe they get the catch out there. Depth charge coming through. They have damage back. Shun's getting low, but Xiaohao finds the hit there. Wenbo's still trying to end the game. Is EDG going to have enough left to give? And Wenbo gets the solo bolo, and Wenbo's going to finish the game. The Yorick comes from death itself and finds BLG a 1 game in this series. 1-1. We're going to 3.
There we go. We are going to a 3rd game here in this series. BLG getting hacked here in this game. So this is now a gambit. Does BLG still want to go for Ashe? Does have flash, doesn't have stun. He has no longer the slice and dice either. Might just be Shun looking for a single kill. Gets the flash out of ZDZ. Also the exhaust. Can he walk him down with enough chomps? That's 2. Wenbo can flash, looks for a stun, gets the Ruthless.
Fan of having sort of consistent-ish damage, and I think that the Xerath this game is the best source of that we've got. Knight flashing forward though, immediately knocked up. There is a Shuriken ready to lay onto Perukia, goes into the stealth, finds one, dings level 6 actually. Tries to go forward, but doesn't even need the ulti. ZDZ gonna fall.
only one of us are allowed to slander the teams at any time. Usually it's me. So it seems like we're positioning around these grubs. I don't think you're allowed to be there.
We're going immediately back onto Knight, who's still alive somehow, dashes away, has R2, has a Shuriken. Here we go, baby. This is why your golden left hand is here to play. Luck not enough.
And he's just going to continue to be a pretty big nuisance. Like, one of the things that EDG's comp doesn't do very well is lock targets up, especially with how much mobility he has.
Viper flashes away from the Q, and that's actually going to be it for the dive. Supporting Cat.
Okay, so in the grand scheme of things, because Knight got solo killed there, he has Gunblade, he can just run him down actually.
Yeah, well, this is revenge. You don't have your turret, you don't have your jungler. Bulldog might have a lot of HP to regain, but Knight has got more than enough damage to cut all the way through it. That's one. Can he now find a way out of there? Blastcone buys a bit. Yeah, it's honestly just a close-up of Knight absolutely owning Bulldog.
I saw that part.
And now we get another repeat as...
I'm looking at having Dominus up in 5 seconds with having his perfect execution come up.
Flash on top of Leave here, he's caught out. Exhaust immediately onto Knight, he can't get it. 3-man encore from On. Roots up EDG as Knight about to go crazy, gets headbutted away though. Not actually able to do as much as we might have thought.
More impact later on in the game.
We're playing a little bit of who knows who's here at the minute as Knight engages onto Bulldog. Perfect execution immediately called for. And immediately...
You're going to have a pincer maneuver. You're going to have Lock and Mel play on one side. Olaf can run a muck in the back line.
But it's Leave. Once again, too far forward. Chain CC'd, but not yet down. In goes Wenbo to the back line. In goes Knight through the front line. Haruki next to fall. Leave already dead, and it is an absolute slaughter.
It's supposed to be EDG having compositional strengths versus BLG, or it's just completely turning around, and now EDG's gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, this should just be a formality. 1 versus 2 with a Viper on away from a Mountain Soul spawn for BLG, and at the minute it's EDG looking to try and take a fight towards the Seraphine. On flashes away Farukia, reading that with the pathing. Does take down the Seraphine very easily. Now it's a flash into the backline. Now it's BLG's time to party. Knight getting in the mixer. Wenbo in there as well with Rite of the Arcane raining Hellfire down onto EDG. Down. And it's BLG with yet another clean. Continue to surprise and continue to impress with this new top laner in Wenbo and the rest of the team holding on surefire. Another 2-0 or another 2-0 start for BLG through this year.
And a really
好，欢迎来到我们的赛后采访环节。首先恭喜标记获得了本场比赛的胜利，我们请来了上单选手文波来向大家打个招呼吧。
Hello， 大家好，我是标记上单文波。
好，欢迎文波，现场的呼声也很热烈，是对你第一次登台来到我们赛后采访的一种鼓励。那第一个问题吧，我觉得这同样也是今天完成了让1追2，也是你登台之后的2连胜，所以现在对赛场节奏适应的怎么样？
适应的现在还行，听到大家的掌声和欢呼，很兴奋。
很兴奋，那我们再来一次掌声。哎，那今天的发挥也很出彩了，比如说你的第2把掘墓就拿下了 MVP， 知道自己获得那个 MVP 以后，而且要强调一下8票全选。很开心，很纯粹2个字开心。但我觉得这不会是你的第一个 MVP， 还会有更多的 MVP。那问一下，第2把掘墓的这个选择拿下来以后，我印象特别深的应该是最后一波中后期，其实你们有很大的一个优势，但是发现打团还是有一点点压力，所以就选择让你去单带了。你在单带打出了很好的效果，尤其是最后一波完成了这个水晶前的一个单杀。当时是什么情况？跟大家还原一下。
当时就是大家说要让我去，哥哥们让我去边线单带嘛，他们说这边不用我。然后我也很相信我的队友，就去边带了，然后看他们拉扯。
哎，听哥哥们的话啊，所以就把单带执行到底。那来到第3把吧，第3把，我觉得你的鳄鱼发挥的也很亮眼，2次果断的闪现 W 定住 C 位。我觉得这个对于小将而言，还是需要一些大心脏的判断的。那2次闪现 W 自己怎么想？
就直接干就完了，干就完了。
就直接干就完了，莽就完了，就是一股冲劲儿，觉得是个机会，那就把握住。那我再问一下，来到队伍里之后呢，跟哥哥们一起也打了2场比赛，也肯定还有很多的训练赛。那哥哥们对你的一些帮助，可能都有哪些可以跟大家分享一下？
就是让我不要压力很大，放轻松打就行了，做好自己该做的。
做好自己该做的，放轻松就可以了。那最后一个问题也想问一下，应该是倒数第2个问题啊。 来到 BLG 之后呢，其实我觉得对于很多的粉丝们而言，对你的期待值呢会要求比较高，因为大家对 BLG 的关注很高。那你自己作为一名刚登场的小将而言，你怎么去看待这个事情？
谢谢大家的鼓励和支持。
谢谢大家的鼓励和支持，我们再给一次鼓励好吗？谢谢你们，也谢谢对文博的支持。那最后一个问题了，其实我不知道你有没有注意到啊，但是在之前的互动过程当中呢，有一个粉丝就说他其实见证了你从路人单排的时候一路到现在进入队伍当中，再到现在首发了，拿下了2连胜，所以也有粉丝默默的支持你，可能在你还未注意的时候，所以就借着今天这个机会，第一次登台，有什么话想对自己，有什么话想对粉丝朋友们说的，算是寄语吧。
就第一个还是应用词吧，应用词也要多加练习，然后大家的一些私信和留言我也会看到的，我也都会注意。
我觉得只要有一颗努力的心，跟自己比较，每一天都有进步，就是最好的。那也谢谢文博进行我们的一个赛后采访，相信以后你还会经常在采访席上跟我们见面的。那接下来我们的赛后采访环节到这里就告一段落了，把画面交给解说席。